Okay, I needed to make a super quick video. Three kind of big fights got announced in the last day or so I wanted to take a look at that. Guys, before we get into that, like, comment, and subscribe for me so I can keep pushing out videos for you guys. Let's go. Let's take a look at these fights. Okay, so first, UFC Fight Night, February 22nd in Seattle. We have Henry Cejudo versus Song Yadong. You can see Henry in the comments with the fortune cookie. It's a little fucked up, Henry, but I like your style. I like your style. Um, Henry Cejudo, I think, what is he coming off now? Three losses, um, or two. Aljo and Marab. I think those are the two losses, right? Back to back since his comeback. Sung Yadong is a great fighter. The fact that he's ranked 15 is crazy because he is super duper talented. He just hasn't really been able to put it all the way together at the most elite level. Um, it's very similar to what happens with Corey Sandhagen, where like once he gets to the top, he loses when it comes to getting over that hump. For Corey, obviously that comes at like the title level, and for Song, it kind of comes when he starts to get closer to that like top five area. So this is a great fight because for Song, this would be the biggest win of his career, and then for Henry, like to beat Song Yadong, you kind of still have to be elite. Like that's what we saw from Piotr Yan in the last fight he had against Song Yadong in his comeback back in March. You're not beating Sung Yadong unless you are an elite fighter. Corey Sandhagen, Peter Yan, to name two of the guys who have beat him, right? You're not getting by him unless you are the cream of the crop. That is a massive fight to headline in Seattle. And then the co main event to that kind of works great in case someone falls out. Rob Font versus Dominic Cruz. Great fight on paper. Rob Font is still, very good. Obviously, Dom is a legend. I just wish they would give us Jose Aldo versus Dominic Cruz. Like, why can't we get that? Both of these guys are pretty much, I think Aldo's like 36 and Dom is 40. Aldo is 40 in fighting years, though. So they're the same fucking age. Why can we not get that? Legend versus legend. Let's fucking do it. Two guys from the WEC era. Give it to us. Like, why have we not had that yet? Maybe after this, if Dom wins, we could get that. But nonetheless, Rob Font versus Dominic Cruz. Rob Font just lost to. The last fight I remember him in was against Dan Ige, I think. I can't remember his very last fight, but Rob Font, very, very good boxer. A little bit older for the bantamweight division, but still super solid nonetheless. About, what, 2 years ago at this point, had that big win over Adrian Yanez. Like, Rob Font is super tough, durable, great boxing, a great test for anybody. And Dom is obviously a vet and a legend. So this is going to be a fun fight. Dom, I don't think, has fought in 2 years or 3 years. His last fight, I think, was that Cheeto fight where he got knocked out. Um, but nonetheless, it's always interesting to see Dom. You never know. This fight may be his last, so you always got to tune in to see. But those two fights, UFC Seattle. Cejudo versus Song Yadong and Rob Font versus Dominic Cruz. And then in the most random of like announcements I've ever seen, Rampage Jackson versus Rashad Evans in a boxing match in Albuquerque. Date to be determined. Now, I know this has kind of been rumored for a little bit. The two of them were on like the Jackson podcast going back and forth about it. Rampage has been trying to box. He tried to box Shannon Briggs. That never came to fruition. And Rashad, I guess it's just a fun fight, a fun payday for him. Rashad's MMA career ended in a pretty bad way. I think he lost 5 in a row in the UFC, retired. And then he recently came back and fought in Eagle FC and won like a decision, I think. But obviously, like that's a way older Rashad and a not so great opponent. But fuck it, this should be fun. Why not? I hope they're getting paid a lot, and I hope no one gets hurt. I don't really want to see either of these guys get hurt. If I had to favor someone, I think I'm gonna favor Rampage in a boxing match, and I feel like Rampage has taken less damage than Rashad, even though he's had a lot more fights. But those are the 3 fights right here that got announced. This is the MMA fighting page. Yeah, that's it, guys. I really just wanted to pump this out super quick because I haven't posted in a couple of days. Haven't posted in a couple of days. I'm not editing none of this. I'm throwing it up because I have to get to work. Guys, like, comment, and subscribe. Keep watching me so I don't have to work anymore. So I can do this for a living. I would love that. Thank you, and I will see you guys in the next video.